Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be walking you through a historical kind of a video. We're going to take a look back a little bit at things that I used to love, that I no longer love, that I refuse to spend my money on now. So this is not your typical fails video. This is not like, I regret purchasing da 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 da. This is like, no, we had a good time for a minute, but we're done. And I have found better. We're moving on, fresh chapters. And it's kind of shocking going through this. I was making a list of things that I used to be obsessed with, that I reached for all the time and that I just don't want to spend my money on anymore. And also that I have found to just be unacceptable for one reason or another as I've grown into new and different tastes. That is today's video. Settle on in, thumbs up, ring the bell, subscribe, do the things, and let's dive on in. We have an alarming one to start with, okay? I don't even know what to do with this. Is this safe to even dump down the drain? I'm not even sure, but I have stopped using Cinema Secrets, and you guys are gonna be like, what? No, this was your favorite. What are you doing? What are you talking about, Tati? Okay, I gag now when I spray this on my brushes. I used to use this every single day. I kid you not, and I feel bad about it now. Back in LA when I was filming 5 days a week, I did have an assistant, and one of the things that I would have my assistant help me with is like the crazy amount of brushes that I would use because I was just like constantly filming, constantly on the go. And Cinema Secrets was like the thing, but it got so toxic in the old studio that literally my poor assistant would wear like gloves to be able to clean because there were like so many brushes, and we'd like be opening the door, and eventually it was like, maybe like let's clean the brushes outside. This stuff works in a pinch. It will really get any nastiness off of your brush, and it dries so fast. So it's super convenient as opposed to washing your brushes with regular old, like baby shampoo or what have you, and having it dry overnight. But I literally have entered the era of my life with really detoxing my body, being more aware of my health and health choices, that this just does not make any sense to me anymore. Aside from the fact that this is crazy scented to the point that it lingers forever on your brushes, which I used to find absolutely delightful. It's like a vanilla scent. It kind of even burns when you breathe it in, and I recommended it a ton. So I just want to update you all with where I am at in my life. I now use Castile soap, and I just make my own diluted little version of it. Like I take a little bit of the concentrate, shake it up a little bit with water. I don't like to use it just concentrated. It's too concentrated. I'll insert what I'm using. It's like a patchouli scented one that is really beautiful, but you can get any type of baby shampoo, a gentle soap, and just hand wash your brushes. I may go back to doing like a tea tree oil mix. I did that way back in the day at Tip Tuesday from like lifetimes ago, where I would disinfect my brushes with that mixture because tea tree is very antibacterial. And you do need to clean your brushes. That is super important, but I'm just saying the blue dye and the fragrance and the fact that it burns to breathe this in, it just to me is like, and we're done. We are no longer besties. Okay, do we want to just really like, we're all gonna collectively be like, no. I'm so sad about this. Like, I'm actually sad. Like, I took a pause and I was like, no, like this is like it's ruining my life, actually. They don't make this anymore, you guys. Dior Airflash. Remember I was doing like my declutter and I'm like, well, let's throw away all my foundation, but this is staying because it's the absolute best. It is waterproof. Just hose yourself down and it is the best ever. And it is. It's so good. Dior Airflash is so phenomenal. Now I have my suspicions, and I don't want to confirm my suspicions. They're just suspicions. But we're seeing with the recent aerosol recall from sunscreens to dry shampoo that there may be a benzene issue at hand, because benzene is something that is not listed as an ingredient in these aerosols. It's not anything that we're like, well, why would they put that in there in the first place? It's something that happens with the ingredients compounded in aerosol formulation. So I'm not a scientist. I am just trying to make better choices for my personal health. Do your research of what you feel is fine and good for your lifestyle. But right now, I just feel like, I feel better than ever taking care of my health and showing up for myself, advocating for myself, and being fully accountable. And there's something in me that goes, aerosols just cannot be good for my lungs. It cannot be good. And so we're breaking up early. Like, I'm getting rid of these. A, they're old. B, it is discontinued. C, it's aerosol and the ingredients in general. Like, I did a little scan through and I'm like, ooh, it's just not worth it. All right, so now I want to talk about a couple of trends that I'm just over, that I'm just not going to participate in anymore. And the first one is liquid lips. I feel like I need to remove my hand from the display. I need to stop buying them. I never wear them. I buy really funky colors and then I have intentions to wear them. And what do? 9 times out of 10, a nude glossy lip. It's like I buy that fun outfit and I'm like, it would be great, but then I don't wear it and I kind of have given up. And also I do have to say they massively dry your lips out. And so it's like you wear it once and then you're like, all right, we got to give this a big old break. And I just feel like the drier, matte, full saturation of color type of a lip look is not really current. Do you guys still find that you're reaching for any liquid lips? Do you still love them? Let me know in the comments. I'm just done with the makeup trends that make me personally feel terrible about myself. I'd rather be totally basic and feel like, yes, I am comfortable with how I am presenting to the world. You know what I'm saying? So as much as I have tried different trends on, of course, hello, I do all these videos. There's so many of them that I'm like, yikes. Actually, another one before we get into looking at these lashes. This is bonus, not buying anymore. I love the lashes that I'm wearing today. I will list them below. They are drugstore. I got these at Target. They are fluffy. They are light. And I really need to go through my drawer of all of my lashes and get rid of the big ones, because for so long I would be like, man, everybody looks so good with these big, huge lashes. And I have to say, in my 12-year video, the 12-year look back video, I hated the lashes that I chose to wear. And I actually didn't like my makeup in that video. And I was so disappointed. I was like, way to be trying to do new things. And this is how it looks. And I'm not super crazy bent out of shape over it, but I did kind of to myself while looking at the footage, I'm like, man, of all the videos to not like your makeup in, what the heck? Why are those lashes swallowing you whole? They were just so big that they made my eyes look smaller. And so I'm like, you know what? We got to stop. We got to stop with the lashes. Let's embrace a little more natural beauty. And that's kind of where I'm at. I want to be glossy, glowy, neutral tones and nothing too crazy, wild, overdone. And that's my comfort zone right now. And maybe I don't know, every once in a while, a punchy, smoky purple eye or glitter. But beyond that, I'm like, we're done. Okay. So I do have to say, for liquid lips, I might keep this one. This is Patina. I actually repurchased this a couple months ago from Stila because it used to be my hands down favorite. Really beautiful color. I like this kind of a pink, and the Stila formula is really nice. So is the Infallible formula. If you are still into this, you can get this from L'Oreal. And then Huda Beauty does make gorgeous, gorgeous liquid lips. And what I like to do with these to make them not so oh my gosh, it's a matte chalky liquid lip, is a trick where you it sounds so vulgar to say, it just does. You kind of spread your lips. You spread it and you go like this, and we're all friends here. It's fine. If you're putting on a liquid lip or even a red lip, you need to go like this so you get all the color in there so that you don't talk later and have kind of cracks. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, do that. And I like to apply these sometimes with my fingertip, bump, 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 bump. So the color is not so chalky saturated. And I'll keep a couple of these on hand, but let me tell you, I am just over it. I do not need the full outlined, matte, crunchy, chunky, chalky liquid lip situation in my life anymore. It just does not look that great. Maybe for photos, but I'm over it. We're done. I will share with you what I'm wearing today is from Kosas. This is the wet lip oil, and I didn't like this one at first, but I revisited it because the ingredients are so good and clean, and I've been trying to really hydrate my lips. I went through a phase where I was wearing the Patrick Ta, the plumping glosses, and that is such a gorgeous gloss, but it just like really ravaged my lips where literally they were like flaking off, and it was like a whole thing. And I'm like, okay, we're taking a break. I do love that one, but we'll reserve it for special occasion. And so I've been just like nurture, lip oil. And this gives you the most like glowy, glossy, like beautiful volumized shine, but it's so thin. It has color in it, but it's like this oil it's just very thin. I'm in love with this. This is the shade, did I tell you the shade? Unzipped. I love it. From there, what do we got? Oh, this is a weird one, but I really wanted to discuss this because it's better for the environment. Over time, you will save money in the long run. It is an initial investment, and then it's a total like fear, at least for me it was, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cut my legs up so bad. I'm using the Leaf razor. If you have seen this ad on IG, I sure did, and I bought it myself. I'm not affiliated. I don't have a code. A lot of influencers have codes. Maybe I'll hit them up at some point, but that's not what this is about. I just really love shaving my legs with a, what is it called? A straight edge razor. I don't know. I feel like I'm like in a barber shop or something. It is legit. You put like the little razor blades in this metal razor that you will never throw out. So it's better for the landfill, better for the environment. You don't have that little strip of moisturizer up at the top, which many contain PEGs and forever chemicals. And it's quite disgusting if you go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, and you're like, if you cut your leg, that's getting right in that little nick. So for me, I'm like, I go through razors so quickly. It seems kind of silly to be like shaving your legs and just like constantly tossing out a razor, right? So I wanted something more permanent, and that's where the Leaf came in. It gives you the most ridiculously close shave. You do have to be a little more careful and mindful. I got the little rubberized gripper that helps you in the shower just to have a better grip on the razor itself. And I use 2 blades. You can use 1, 2, or 3. I use 2. And they give you a little tin that you can put the razor blades in, and you can send it back to be recycled. The whole thing through and through, I think, is a delight. So I will continue my journey with the Leaf razor, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I am no longer a plastic razor shaver, and I'm an advocate for smooth legs. That's just me. I like how it feels. Whether I was walking planet Earth all on my own or with a partner, I just personally, to me, love the feeling of smooth skin. Okay, let's talk about candles. Everyone's gonna be like, really? You're just ruining my life right now, Tati. Can you please stop? All right, so important to share with you all because I have been an advocate, a lover, especially seasonally. Like I've shown my hauls from Bath and Body Works, and I have broken up with Bath and Body Works. I do not shop there anymore. I don't buy their candles anymore. And I know a lot of you guys are like, no, please stop. Just shh. You can fast forward this part if you don't want to hear it. Like my sisters are like, would you just chill out? Because those candles, they smell so good, right? They really, really do. Now, Bath and Body Works are candles that, in my opinion, are more cheaply made. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't ever burn candles again, but I'm going these days for more coconut wax, beeswax. I want the wick to be clean. I want the burn to be clean. And I don't want synthetic fragrance just plowing through my home. You know, the wick can have formaldehyde, phthalates, just different carcinogens just billowing in your home. And who wants that? So I have sacrificed the pleasure of burning candles for about a year now. It's been about a year. There is an option to fill your home with beautiful seasonal fragrance, and that is a simmer pot. And that is something that is wonderful to do. And then also, I gotta say that just making cookies, making food, baking in your home, opening the window, fresh air. Like all of these things are very underrated because we're so bombarded with fragrance all of the time. I think there was some study done where they're saying fragrance is the new secondhand smoke, and it absolutely can be. It can really link you up with headaches that are unnecessary. It can cause fatigue. It can cause issues with the lungs. It can just really do a lot of dirty things that we might be overlooking. So for me, I like to keep the air quality in my home as clean as possible. It's so important to our health overall. And candles are out, but specifically the Bath and Body Works ones and their plugins are way out. Personally, from what I've looked into and experienced firsthand, they're some of the most toxic. And it's so sad because Marshmallow Fireside used to be my favorite. I love that scent. I love their candles, how they smell. They just make me feel actually violently ill. So I don't buy them anymore. And I welcome you to leave me in the comments below. What are your favorite hand poured, more healthy candles that you burn in your home? I personally like the LED candles as well. I think those give off a great ambience, and then you don't have to worry about them knocking over and burning your house down. So that's another nice bonus. Did I really put dryer balls on this list? Why, yes, I did. Let's take a journey to my laundry room, and I'm going to share with you all that it has saved me money to not buy dryer sheets. I used to be the person that would do all of the fragrance, like the Unstoppables, I think they're called, and then dryer sheets, and I've stopped that. I've stopped the madness, the nonsense. And if you guys are watching this and you're like, I'm so sick of hearing about fragrance, like I understand, I totally get it. I will share with you that not having headaches and not having allergies also, like my nose only runs and I only get itchy in the eyes and the nose when I'm around heavy fragrance now. So like that's a huge win. But here's the bonus, super amazing thing. If you're like, I am unaffected by fragrance, I challenge you to take off a week or two in your life and just see what happens. Because the thing that was most amazing for me is my senses as a whole just improved so much that food tastes so much better. I can smell the food, like fruit is like this experience to me now that I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, and not even fruit. I was chopping up celery the other day and I'm like, I'm in heaven with this, like chop, 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 chop. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just like so wonderful. Like my brain gets into the experience wherever I'm at. I just have such a better detection with removing like the 5,000 different ways that I was fragrancing my life. Because clearly, even in this video, we're talking about brush cleaner. We're talking about the razors that sometimes are even scented, the plastic. So we have Cinema Secrets, dryer sheets, candles, plugins, all your shower junk, and then your fragrance and your hair care, and it's in your foundation and your mascara. And it's like, whoa, I am a walking, like disjointed, scented, it's just crazy to me, right? Like when you're in it, it doesn't feel crazy. But when you remove yourself from it, you're like, dang, I had like 50 different fragrances going on at any given moment. So I have calmed it down. No judgment. This is just my journey. But I do challenge you, if you've ever wanted to heighten the way that just basic food tastes and the pleasure and the experience of it, remove some of the fragrance from your life, you will be surprised. Like so surprised. It's shocking. So did I even cover what I do with the dryer balls? I do sometimes, like with sheets. Sometimes I still like that warm fragrance, and what I'll do is I'll just put some essential oil on the little dryer balls and they just kind of bop around in the dryer and help things to not have static. But I do like that it is more natural. I don't have to constantly be repurchasing dryer sheets, so it's more cost friendly. It's better for the environment because then you're not, buying something that's thrown away. And it's also not going to leave that kind of film on your clothing, which I think is healthier for your clothes. So it's like a win, 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 win. All right. And now we're going to go back to the makeup for a moment. Let's talk about fragrance some more. Where'd you go? You deep offender in my life. Did I throw you away already? I think I did. Okay, we might need like a flashback of like so many favorites videos and so many times that I used this, 5,000 bajillion million times. What's she talking about? She's talking about Coty Airspun. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love that powder. I really, really do. But I was so just like ugh. The last time that was such a lovely noise, right? I was so grossed out the last time that I used it, and I actually felt like it really dried my skin, and it wasn't the memory lane that I thought it was. Like, it kind of felt tight on my skin and I kind of liked it, but the more I was using it again, the more I realized it was actually exaggerating things I don't want exaggerated. Like right now for me, I'm at an age in my life, I will be real with you guys, where it's not just the pull down mirror of truth in the car. We laugh about that. But for me now, I have another truth teller offender, and that is out in public restrooms, the fluorescent lighting. Like, I'm starting to see like a few of the lines and like some of the pores. And I'm like, yo, this powder is like not working anymore. So we broke up. And I'm not turning back. I am not. I do have another powder that I love. And I wish that I knew if you could just purchase this from their site. This was sent to me, so don't get mad if you can't. I know some people have like a weird feeling with the multi-level marketing. I don't even know if it is that or not. So I don't know too much about this brand. Do not come for me. But I do love the ingredients. I love the product. And this right here from Crunchy, this is for all my ladies who have lines, okay? I know I'm not alone. Like, come on. I know I'm not alone. If you do not want powder that just like completely makes you look crunchy, funny, settles in everything and makes you look overly dry, this is so stunning. It is similar to, I would say, like Make It Forever HD powder. It has that translucent kind of feeling to it, but it really sets the makeup beautifully. It does not over dry the face. So you don't need like a setting powder and a finishing powder. It's kind of your all in one. There's no talc in here. It is gluten-free. The particles are very fine. It's like kind of like away from the jar already. So I do kind of hold my breath when I use this. It's literally just silica. That's it. It's non-GMO, toxin-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and vegan, and I freaking love this. So that's a great powder alternative. I have one more that I just want to moan and groan and gripe about, and I look back at videos and I'm like, it was an era, it was a time, it happened, and I recently like kind of tried to get back into it, and then I'm like, nope, we're not doing it. So I'm just gonna do a little dusteroo. This is so good for touch-up too, and it does not add a layer to your face, so you just don't feel any heaviness at all. So I'm done with brow pomade. Why did I ever in my life think that that looked good? Did any of us look good? It had its moment where the brows were just like painted on. And honestly, I feel like I need to write a note to myself of like, do not ever enter this era ever again because it was bad. I tried to make my brows look bigger than they were. I would try to get really clever with it, and I'd do the concealer trick like top bottom and just kind of mimic what was happening at the time. And I am so much happier now just using powder, a little brow gel. I'm really into Lawless, has a new pencil that's super good. I love this. This is the Soft Fill Brow Pencil. So something like this is kind of got a little bit of hold and it's like a nice texture. So I guess it's kind of a pomade, not a pomade, but it's more than just powder. It's got a little balmy kind of quality to it that's nice. But the full like dunk into a pomade and paint your brows on, I just look back and I'm like, yikes, wow, yikes, right? Something like this is way better. I will be honest while I'm talking and recommending this one, I don't love the brow gel from Lawless. It's the pencil that I love. So brow pomade is out. Dang, I guess that's it. This has been a wild ride, you guys. Wild ride 12 years later, and she finally really cares about ingredients. It's a lifestyle. It's a whole thing. Let me know if you have had this on your heart as well, or if you've gone through any kind of change like this in your life, and recommendations. Like, let me know. Let me know anything. I love reading your comments. You guys made me cry like 5,000 times reading your comments on the 12 years later video. Like, literally, I have never felt so much love all at once. And like seeing that people grew up with me, that they like, I started watching it when I was 12. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, Wow. Thank you so much. I really did what I said I was going to do. And I went through with that fine tooth comb and I heard everything and it hit me in the heart so big. So thank you so much. I love you all so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video and go have a good one, whatever you are doing. I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.